Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. My name is Ryan and today I've decided to share with you some of my favorite book quotes. These aren't in any particular order, there are loads more than the ones I've decided to share with you for today, but I need to be perfectly honest, I need to pre-film a lot of videos because I'm in the middle of moving, and so I've been meaning to redo this one because I did it years ago and it's trash and it doesn't exist anymore, so without any preamble, let's just get into these quotes. So the first quote is from A Darker Shade of Magic by V.E. Schwab, and the quote is, "I'd rather die on an adventure than live standing still," which is honestly just a really good way, I think, to try to live your life. You know, you don't want, or me personally, I want to see everything and do everything. I want to be on a grand adventure. I want to experience life for all that it has to offer. I don't want to just be stuck in the mundane, so that quote really spoke to me. The next quote comes from Milk and Honey by Rupi Kaur, and it is, "It must hurt to know that I am your most beautiful regret." I think we all have, experience with some type of heartbreak, your first heartbreak, perhaps your worst heartbreak, but once you get to a point where you kind of accept what has happened to you and you kind of start to learn to love and care for yourself again, this is kind of something that you get to experience, and it really was powerful when I first read it, and it really spoke to me and really kind of gave me a lot of a light at the end of this tunnel, because I had kind of just gone through something really weird, and it just really kind of helped me work through that and just to kind of like feel better about the whole scenario, which was really just an odd experience. I had to include one quote from one of my favorite books, which is A Court of Mist and Fury by Sarah J. Maas, and the quote is, "No one was my master, but I might be master of everything if I wished, if I dared." And this kind of gave me similar vibes as the quote from A Darker Shade of Magic. You know, it's about taking control of your life and being exactly who you want to be, not being apologetic, not listening to what other people want you to do, and it really, really spoke to me, and it's something that I want to work to identify with strongly. So next is Wintersong by S.J. Jones, and I actually have two quotes from this because this book is just so damn beautiful. The first is, "You are the monster I claim mine heir." I'm probably mispronouncing that. It's German for sir. I don't speak German, obviously, but I really, really loved that quote. The idea that, you can still love and be loved if you are, monstrous or whatever. I just thought it was beautiful. And then the other one is, "You called me selfless, so I claim selfishness, because for once I want to love myself best instead of last." And that really kind of just spoke to my soul. Sometimes I think I forget to love myself best instead of last, and seeing that kind of was like, oh wow. And the idea that like it's okay to be selfish sometimes, and it's something that I need to accept and like work towards, and I've definitely become a little bit more selfish. Hopefully not too much though. So next up I'm going to Uprooted by Naomi Novik, and I absolutely love this book, and there are a lot of really fantastic quotes in it, but the one that I just really, really like is more funny than anything else, and it is, "You impossible, wretched, nonsensical contradiction, what on earth have you done now?" And that is just like a perfect way to sum up Agnieszka and the dragon's relationship in this book. I love the two of them so much. I love the dragon. I love Agnieszka. It's really a fantastic story. I'm probably going to be rereading it and defacing it soon, but honestly, that is the best way to describe the two of them together. That's the dragon talking to Agnieszka, but makes me laugh a lot. So the next quote comes from The Wrath and the Dawn by Renee Audier, who honestly, I feel like I could just read you the entirety of The Wrath and the Dawn and The Rose and the Dagger, and that would be sufficient enough for favorite quotes, because both books are just absolutely stunning and beautiful and melodic, and I love them so much. But the quote that I'm going for this one is, "My soul sees its equal in you," which is honestly just a beautiful way to kind of like tell someone that you love them without actually saying the word love. I think it's just really, really beautiful. So up next is a book that has so many fantastic quotes in it, but I decided to limit myself to just one since I picked two from Wintersong. And the book is Six of Crows by Leigh Bardugo. And the quote that I've decided to go with is, "Better terrible truth than kind lies." Yeah, I feel like that's kind of a good way to live your life. Honesty is something that I try my best to live by and to practice as much as I preach it. It's better to tell a terrible truth than a kind lie because you may hurt someone's feelings now, but it'll probably be better for them in the long haul and the long run. And then the last quote comes from a book I read 3 years ago, but still sticks with me, and I honestly need to reread the book so I can finish the trilogy. But the book is Daughter of Smoke and Bone by Laini Taylor, and the quote is, "Have you ever asked yourself, do monsters make war, or does war make monsters?" And I feel like that's just something you can really puzzle over and think about. Definitely gives me This Savage Song vibes, which is always pretty great. Also makes me think of like Frankenstein and, you know, Paradise Lost, and just, it's a really profound quote, and I feel like you can have a lot of really powerful conversations and discussions about it, which is why I like the majority of like the quotes that I picked out. I feel like you can talk about them, which is pretty great. But yeah, just, it really makes you think, and that's why I love it. So there you have it. Those are just some of my favorite book quotes. I decided to just do this quick little video because I really love talking about quotes that I like, and I love sharing them, and I love hearing what your guys' favorite quotes are. So in a comment down there, let me know the favorite quote you have from either a recent read or a long-time favorite book. I would love to know. Be sure to please tell me exactly what book the quote comes from. I am really excited to see and read your guys' favorite quotes. Please give this video a like if you enjoyed it. Hit that red subscribe button to keep seeing my videos if you haven't already. Links in the description as always to my Instagram, Twitter, and Goodreads. Go follow me on those platforms to stay up to date on my reading life and just my life in general. I hope you guys have a fantastic day, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye!